Garrison, thank you again today for meeting with me to talk about Evans Electrical and what your HR strategic staffing and performance and evaluation needs are. I've appreciated your work with me to be able to talk throughout the semester and to be able to see where you guys are at and what we can do to help you to grow with your HR, but as well as to make sure that those align with your business strategy. To start, I'll be able to show you this strategic staffing and performance video. That's an awkward situation. Let's not beat around the bush, right? And we know that you probably haven't had too close of a situation to that, but being able to provide clarity and transparency to employees on expectations is important for their performance evaluation, and then for also for staffing to be able to let employees know from the get-go what is expected of them. So going on to the next slide, I'll talk to you kind of more about the preview of what we're going to be talking about today. So we'll first kind of talk about staffing, the analysis, implementation, and prognosis of that. And then we'll do the same thing for performance evaluation. We'll talk about where things are at, weaknesses, strengths, implementation, prognosis of that. And then we'll kind of do a review on how that connects, all that connects to your bottom line, to your business strategy. And then we'll talk about your summary, the summary of that, and then a Q&A session. And so next at the top, we see a company strategy. So I want to talk about that. So from our conversations, and I again appreciate all the interviews you're allowing me to do and to be able to understand where Evans Electrical is at. We know that Evans Electrical, you provide mainly electrical services and primarily in the residential side. You have your one company, so no parent companies, but you have various teams. I know you do a lot of work, like you said, you have a team typically in the Heber area and then another in Tooele. You guys are on time, you're professional, you're fair, and you're hardworking, and you get noticed by the people you work with. And so you have great partnerships and relations with contractors and builders. So like Salt City and Heber, I know that you have a great contract and great partnerships with them that gets you guys a lot of great work. So current staffing and performance evaluation strategy. things that you said you guys really want to hit on. And the point of this presentation is not to completely change everything, but to be able to build upon the strategy you want to build, that you want to have. So you want to be able to get employees that will help with the long-term goals of the company. You want people who will be invested for the long haul. You are currently hiring young, enthusiastic talent with development potential. You provide training to meet quality expectations. And then last is you want to help employees. Oh, sorry about that. Go back. You help employees progress by offering continuing education reimbursement. So you have employees' future in mind always. So when reviewing the staffing analysis, the strengths that we saw is you have great benefits, great starting pay, you value employee work-life balance, you have tuition reimbursement for leadership development, and you have your Google reviews are also very positive, I know. So your public relations, that what people see is great. Most of your employees come from referrals. When it comes to selection, you hire about 2/3 of candidates that come through, and the main thing you look for is a culture of a positive attitude and a desire to learn and work hard. Onboarding, you have great mentorship to help apprentices and journeymen progress. You're great at helping employees improve from mistakes and have great retention rate with employees. And with that, you have a low termination rate. So you don't have to fire employees because of performance issues. Weaknesses that have occurred that we talked about is the job descriptions seem to be outdated. It's been about 5 to 6 years. Sourcing, you currently only have one way of getting new employees or candidates, and that's through referrals. You don't have any current active recruiting, like using things like Indeed and other platforms. I know that hasn't worked particularly well in the past. When it comes to selection, there's no formal testing. All the interviews on job sites, which is a positive, which I think that is something that we can talk about too. Onboarding, there's no formal training on the job besides a mentor. Employee engagement, small percentage of employees are utilizing formal schooling to grow. And succession planning, you guys are a small company. There's not a great deal of opportunities for advancement. No leadership potential identified among employees currently. And there's a rough outline of promotion, but it's not clear what needs to happen for those employees. So I want to talk about solutions to those problems, right? We want to be able to provide a quick fix. I want to be able to talk about the biggest bang for your buck, and then a strategic solution that will take a little bit longer, but will be able to have a great benefit for you. And the first thing with a quick fix is to update the job descriptions. Valid job descriptions are the foundation of HR. It'll influence recruiting, selection, training, compensation, termination. It'll help you identify key responsibilities and needed qualifications for these employees. So it'll set the basis for what needs to happen. And I'll talk about this more in depth in the next following slides as well. When it comes to your biggest bang for the buck, the develop and implemented a staggered referral program is what I came up with. This will save you costs by getting high quality workers and reward current employees. And the strategic solution is implementing a better onboarding program that includes training program. Sorry, my apologies. And will help employees succeed on the job and develop greater productivity. The quick fix, talking about this more in depth, is we want to be able to develop a priority list of jobs to be analyzed in order of importance to the company. This can be based on the number of jobs affected or the monetary value created from them completing these jobs. Conducting job analysis for most critical jobs, most frequently hired, and most financially impacted. Update job descriptions using ONET and other companies' job descriptions of comparable jobs. So this is a great resource to go online to see what other people are putting to understand what's common in the industry. Job descriptions should be updated annually. For more technical IT jobs, I know that's not it's more around 6 months, but job descriptions, it's great to keep them updated with industry changes. And then work with the EVU HR program to conduct job analysis for key jobs as well. So free resources and students under faculty guidance update the job descriptions. So it's a great opportunity to get that help from professionals in the field. Talking about the biggest bang for the bucks, the staggered referral program. This incentivizes current employees to find new qualified staff members. They know the success profile for their job, they know the company culture, and they know how well a new person, either friend, family member, whoever it will be, will fit in. Below is budget, a sample budget for a referral program, with an employee being able to receive up to $200 for a referral. So let's say the employee refers somebody, they show up for the interview, then the person gets selected, they get hired, they show up for their first day, they work their first full week, they work their first full month, and then they work their first full 3 months. So with all of those staggered out, it comes out to about $200. So it keeps employees engaged with their referees and the people that they refer, to keep them coming back to Evans Electrical, to keep them dedicated and working hard and understanding their job. So again, current benefits is to find a new qualified staff, the reduction in HR time commitment and cost of hiring and recruiting, raises engagement level of current employees, raises current employees' income potential. Instead of doing that cash rewards, you could also do gift cards as well, to be tax-free. Built-in mentoring system gives current employees to take care of the newbies. Built-in onboarding system adds responsibility for mentors to check in during the first week. You know, the phone, email, text, phone call, whatever it might be. Take the newbie out to lunch, introduce them to those 3 different people at the job site or at the within the company. And the last thing is it increases retention. Employee referrals, most effective recruiting system, gives that personal connection. It keeps employees connected to the business and to keep working hard. The next thing I want to talk about is the strategic solution for onboarding and training program. So the 4 A's is approach. For the 4A, it's approach to onboarding is acquiring, accommodating, assimilating, and accelerating. So real quickly, definition of each of these is acquiring: identify, recruit, select, and get people to join the team. Onboarding starts during the recruiting process. Accommodating: give new team members the tools they need to do work. Prepare new employees to do real work the right way and get new employees excited and engaged. Provide training to increase productivity sooner. And assimilating: help new employees to join with others to work together to get new hire up to speed and with your company and how things get done. Accelerating: so this is to help new hires and their team deliver better results more effectively and efficiently. So the staggered referral program that we talked about before works hand in hand with this 4A approach to onboarding. So this is how they kind of go together. So current employees acquire new employees by telling them about how great the company is. Accommodating: there's a built-in mentoring system with that provides some basic training to newbies. You can add additional training modules about basic job tasks at the company shop 1 day a week for the first 3 months. Assimilating: built-in mentoring system, daily check-ins, lunch, introduction to other team members helps the newbies. And the training program in the company shop increases skills and knowledge. Transfer this to the job site, and this will result in higher customer satisfaction and company profitability. Fit with the current staffing practices. I think this is a great fit. Updating these job descriptions will help candidates understand the job and reach their potential. Referral program grows company by including employees in the hiring process, creates employee engagement and citizenship behavior. Onboarding training gives new hires foundation as they need to be successful, increase productivity, and gives them mentors. So I feel like this will be able to provide a lot of great solutions. The needed resources for this, for the job descriptions and the referrals, I know you have an HR virtual assistant. They'll be able to help with that. When it comes to onboarding, I think utilizing those UVU students will be super helpful as well, and it's a free resource. So going into depth with that about time and finances, to develop a referral program or job descriptions, that'll cost about $85 on the basis of 5 to 10 hours at $17 an hour. Referrals, this will take about 15 to 30 hours to develop and cost about $255. Onboarding completely free through UVU, so that's again a great resource. So again, these options are not that expensive when it comes to going to a professional outsourcing clinic. So potential pitfalls for each of these. There will always be pitfalls that you run into in life, and so I want to be able to provide some solutions to some of the most common ones right away for you. So when it comes to job descriptions, not accurately getting the duties and responsibilities of what employees actually do. And to solve this, I think it just really takes down to really taking some time to review the job descriptions using an outside source. Understanding what employees are doing and to be able to make sure that you are showing their responsibilities so that they understand that there's transparency. So when it comes to the referral program, employees not participating in the program is a pitfall. And I think the best way to do that is to understand where employees are coming from, talk to employees, use their input to improve the program over time. And then onboarding and training. New hires don't understand their role or assignments at times. I think it's important to check in with the referrers or the mentors, create assignments to contact new hires and working with them to gain more insights and transparency. And over time, as you do these things, you will be able to improve them. It won't be perfect at first, but you need to understand what needs to happen throughout the process. So when we move on to the performance and evaluation analysis section, the first thing we know, I think it's great is that there's no bad habits in the organization or employees. You have a clean slate. You can be able to start fresh. You can develop a good communication strategy for rational performance evaluations right away. When it comes to weaknesses, there's no metrics currently being developed or tracked. There's unclear definition of success. Employees aren't getting that much feedback, it sounds like, or if they do, it's informal praise or corrections. Not monitoring goals and no formal performance management process in place. So there isn't any set things in place right now. So when it comes to suggestions, I have three. There's a quick fix, biggest bang for the buck, and a strategic solution again. So the first thing is the leadership training for managers. The next is the create metrics, and the strategic solution is to create performance evaluation process. So when it comes to the quick fix, I understand Evans Electrical is a small company, and you can't have any large formal retreat where you'll have a leadership training. But I want to be able to provide kind of an informal leadership development program for you. So I've provided these videos that after this meeting, I would highly recommend reviewing and then having a meeting with your managers to be able to share these things and to understand where employees are at and what can be done to improve their performance and to be able to help these managers have those leadership skills. For the biggest bang for the buck in creating metrics, you'll want to create metrics to create transparency and buy-in from employees. This is based on a thorough job analysis and description, recognize important aspects of the roles. Metrics allow to set clear and transparent performance goals for employees. I'm not a professional electrician, but let's say they have a goal of setting 16 power outlets today. The metrics help track performance. Metrics allow employees performance management to take place and performance improvement plans. So create legal defense against claims in court in case of termination or for performance reasons. So this gives you a lot of ammunition, a lot of understanding to help you see what is expected of these employees and what they can do to improve. The strategic solution is to create a performance evaluation process. You'll want to set up what you want to accomplish from reviews. Measure performance regularly, daily if necessary. Inform employees about their progress. Handle employees who perform under expectations and those who overperform as well. You want to have regular meetings, so whether it be monthly, biannual, to be able to set up a time, a regular time for these to happen. You want to craft smarter goals. You want to be specific, measurable. You want to be amplifiable, realistic, timely. You want to be able to evaluate these goals and then reevaluate them. You want to make sure that these are a solution that's going to help you for the long term. Follow-up plans. Make sure that you have these performance improvement plans. These are happening often, and that follow up and keeping employees accountable. Educate these employees on how to become journeymen. That is the ultimate goal. You want these employees to progress, and you have the skills and the resources set up to help them do that. So I think just being able to have that formal conversation with them will benefit you greatly. So reviewing these goals and how they fit into Evans Electrical strategy or business strategies, I think there's again a great fit just starting fresh. So you'll be able to teach managers how to conduct reviews, encourage them, and help employees. With metrics, you'll be able to establish transparency to help employees know what is crucial to their role And with that performance evaluation process, you'll be able to measure those metrics. You'll be able to understand the growth of the employees, educate the employees, and handle employees' performance. Needed resources for that, leadership training. Bill is able to provide those HR training videos. For metrics, you want to be able to review those job analysis and descriptions that are done by that HR assistant. The performance evaluation process, set up an evaluation plan that aligns with your business strategy. Make sure that you are helping employees progress and using that slide that I talked about setting them up for success using those smarter goals. When it comes to finances, that leadership training, time to watch those videos, to have a discussion with all your managers. It shouldn't take very long, $50, and that's just for the hourly wage for them. When it comes to metrics, setting aside the time to do that, I think it'll take you, not too long to understand. You guys are professionals in the field, you know what is important, but to be able to write those down and to set goals. Again, I think with you and your managers, that should just take about an hour. Again, so I put that rough estimate with your wages being around $80. And then the performance evaluation process. So that'll cost $500 a month, approximately. And that is just the time that it takes for your managers to meet with these employees briefly, say 30 minutes at a time, understand where they're at, set these goals, review where they're at, reevaluate, or evaluate and reevaluate. Being able to set aside the time. So again, for timing wise, 25 minutes to watch all those videos and to have a discussion. Metrics take about an hour to put that together. Performance evaluation process. This process will take time as you're doing it often, but again, it'll take about 7.5 hours a month for all of your managers to be able to provide those meetings, and it's not that much time when given the results you'll be able to get back. So when looking at the pitfalls of these, when it comes to leadership training videos, it shouldn't be too hard. Managers do not participate and watch videos. I think you can set up a dedicated time to meet with them together, or you can have them watch it separately, but making sure that they set the time aside to do that. For creating metrics, managers don't track important metrics. You want to establish a plan to help employees and managers see the importance of metrics. You want to be able to help everyone see how this transparency will help them in the long run to progress and to grow. When it comes to establishing a plan to help managers and employees, or when it comes to performance evaluation meetings, aren't considered a good use of time. When employees or managers think that, I think you need to build value in the process. Help managers be good stewards of employees. Help low-level employees feel valued and improvement, and to see what benefits come from this. I think talking about wage increases and being able to learn new skills, that is exciting things for young talent to know. Moving on to how all of these suggestions that I've given today affect Evans Electrical and why it'll benefit you to invest in these these job descriptions are the foundation for metrics. They'll influence recruiting, selection, training, compensation, termination. They identify key job responsibilities and needed qualifications. They set the record for performance expectations. And better employee performance equals more company profits. You'll be able to get things done faster. The staggered referral program will improve the onboarding and integrate new employees better. Increases employee retention and performance, better customer service and satisfaction. Again, that affects your bottom line, that increases your profits. And then well-prepared managers provide better guidance to employees for better performance. More frequent and improved feedback gives guidance for employees. Improved performance again, and increased company profits. With each of these, it will affect you into being able to help Evans Electrical grow. So moving on to, again, a summary of what we've talked about. The company strategy at Evans Electrical, the staffing analysis, implementation, prognosis, performance evaluation, analysis, implementation, prognosis, the staffing and performance connections to your business strategy. So again, there's been so much we've been able to cover today. And again, I've reviewed this PowerPoint that I will provide for you in your email, that you'll be able to review these things, understand where you're at, and to be able to really help Evans Electrical grow. And to learn more about your employees and to see what's important to them. So I'd like to make some time now just for questions, and I'll be able to answer those for you. Thank you again, Garrison, for this semester and being able to allow me to help Evans Electrical. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out with. and get you connected with the UVU HR program. Best of luck.